Yo, what's going on, guys? And in today's video, I am back on NASCAR Heat 5. We're gonna be racing at Daytona for the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona. It'll be 11 laps at Daytona Super Speedway. And as I told you guys, if you guys stuck around for the outro of, or in case you guys didn't stick around for the outro of last episode, or last, NASCAR Heat 5 career part. This is actually one of the, if not the most important race so far in this career mode, because if you guys look, if you guys look at the playoff standings, and you go all the way down here, so Kurt Busch, he has 663 points. That means he's clinched playoffs. So he's clinched in the playoffs, unless, the need wins, they have more, actually no, because there's only one race, so Kurt Busch has actually clinched the playoffs. He's good. So 1 through 15 is clinched playoffs. That's because there's been a lot of different winners. This is like in any NASCAR game. This is like the most spread like wins I've ever had in a career mode. Like there's only 2 drivers that don't have a win, and one of them is already clinched in the playoffs. That means there's only one spot with one race left. And if you guys didn't know, Daytona is actually a super speedway. So that means it's high banks. Like this. The turns are high. Like if you walk up it, you could twist your ankle just going up it or walking down it, or don't ever walk on the side of it. Like walk like you'll twist your ankle. Like it's really high up there, and it's a super speedway. So what that means is basically like everyone has a chance to win. Cause let me show you guys something. So Ryan Newman, he won Daytona in the first race, right? And we haven't really heard much from him since then. I mean, he's gotten pretty good finishes, but this is only one so far. We haven't really heard much about him except that his win at Daytona. And then Michael McDowell at Talladega, I mean, he got his first win there. He got his only win there. And, he's probably the worst driver to be in the playoffs. Like, we aren't in the playoffs. This is the last episode before the playoffs. But he's the worst driver to clinch the playoffs. And because look at that. Look on the right of him. Look. It says he has 261 points. That's the least amount of points out of everyone. I mean, the closest other one is Jimmy Johnson, who he only has 481. I mean, that's probably, that's close to, that's almost double the amount of points that Michael McDowell has. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is that we're racing at a super speedway, and basically anyone in a super speedway can win. I mean, Brandon Gaughan, you guys probably haven't heard of him. Remember that, I bet I've seen him a couple times in this series, like the 62 car, that he's always in the back and finishing last. Well, in Talladega, he got his only finish in the top, that was farther inside than the top 30. He got 5th, I think. I think he either got 5th or 6th. That's amazing for him and his team, So what I'm trying to say here is that anyone could win this race, and there's only one spot available left, so I mean this could shake up the whole playoff order, and this is the race to get into the playoffs. I've already 15 through 1, which I'm 6 with 2 wins. I'm the last driver with 2 wins, so I'm already clinched. A lot of people have already been clinched. I've been clinched for a while. I've been clinched in the playoffs for a while. So that's basically all I was trying to say, is that this is a big race for down in the bottoms and for playoff order. I'm hoping that some driver like Brandon Gaughan, or not Michael McDowell, but some other driver I don't know, like Chris Buescher or Ricky Stenhouse, or I don't know, Tyler Reddick. I'm hoping that some of those drivers get in, or some of the I don't know, because any driver that gets a win, it could be let's name off David Reagan. I mean, I bet you guys haven't heard of that. I mean, he drives the 36 car. I bet if he wins the race, and anyone that gets a win in this race that doesn't already have a win, they're in the playoffs that already aren't. So that was just to let you guys know how this is gonna work. So I'm hoping that one of those drivers like Brandon Gaughan or David Reagan or someone of that caliber gets in, so it'll be easy. We'll have some more easy competition, because right before I go in the playoffs, I'm gonna let you guys know right now and how it's gonna work in the future. So next race, the top 16 get in, and it's like Darlington, and then I think Richmond. I don't remember which ones, but it cuts off from 16, and there's a bunch of races, or not a bunch, but a couple races that narrow it down, and then it'll go down to 8. It'll go from 16, then it'll go to 8, and then it will go to, or no, hold on, scratch that. It'll go from 16, then we'll have a couple races of 16, and then it'll go to 12. There'll only be like a little bit of races, around to 12, and then it'll go down to 8, and then it'll go down to 4, and then, there's only one race with the final 4, and that's the last race of the season, the championship. So hopefully we can make it to the final 4, let alone maybe win the championship. Hopefully I upgrade my car by then. But without further ado, I'm gonna get into the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona. But before I do that, I'm gonna let you guys know. Look at the background of my car. I kind of made this like a Coke Zero Sugar 400, kind of thing, because I love Coke Zero Sugar 400 races, at Daytona, like the Daytona Summer races. I mean, a lot of history with these races, and we got like, I think we got, what did we get? We got 5th, 4th, 3rd, I don't remember, in our first ever episode, of this series, and we're racing at the same track. So, I mean, I've upgraded my car a bunch, I've gotten major luck lately, so, who knows, maybe I can pull out a win at Daytona. I mean, it is like my goal. It was one of my goals of this series, and I might be able to do it today. And if you guys didn't see last episode, I did fail my incentive contract. I didn't get 4 top 15s. I only got 1 2 episodes ago. In the last episode, I failed to get top 15. I mean, it was at Dover. I mean, I suck at Dover, so couldn't really get that one to go through. But hopefully we get 2 top 15s out of 3 races, so that means I only have 1, breather. If I don't get top 15, then I have to go in, the following race. So, without further ado, I'm going to see you guys at Daytona, for the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Alright guys, so I did qualify 40th, but I am starting 37th, I mean, obviously I told you guys the whole series why that sometimes happens. And, so, just like the first ever episode when we did race at Daytona, I did qualify 40th. It's just this happened again. But I'm starting 37th, obviously, this time. I think I started like 38th last time, so I already got 1 spot ahead, so, but our practice time was way better than qualifying time, which I did, I got 2 laps on my qualifying. So I don't know why that didn't really translate to practice, and I felt really slow in practice, so. Honestly, I mean, I've always qualified the 40th on, like, the Heat, like, NASCAR Heat series, not all NASCAR games, but the Heat series. I've always qualified 40th on Daytona no matter what, even if I think it's, like, the best lap ever recorded. It's just, it's I don't know. I don't know if they just like placing 40th at Daytona. I'm not sure what it is about it, but, we're gonna go ahead and try to get a top 15. I'm not really too worried about getting a win. I mean, it would be nice. Obviously, I'm going to go for the win like I do every time. But I don't have to. Obviously, I'm pushing for the playoffs like the last regular season one. I do want to get this car, in the top 10 if I can. But I just want to get top 15. That's all I want. So I can have a little breathing room going into the next 2 races for some cash. So without further ado, we're going to start the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Or the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona. So we're going to start that right now. So as we prepare for the green flag at Daytona, here are the stories of the race. So Cole Custer driving the 41 car, he failed pre-race inspection, so he'll be starting at the back. Matthew Benedetto he crashed during qualifying, so he's starting at the back. Ryan Newman had about the same thing as Cole Custer, so, he'll be starting at the back also. As green flag is in the air at Daytona for the Coke Zero Sugar 400, as we will be starting on the inside lane at 37th. Right next to Ryan Newman. As soon as we get out of here, I decide, to go outside, or to go inside of Fincham and try to, get past him. I didn't quite have it, but then he just started wobbling and just fell all the way back. I don't know what was wrong with him. But then, I planned, because of him, wobbling, I didn't have enough side draft or anything, so I couldn't really get that. So I just decided to go back in the pack and just catch some drafts and try to, go with the flow and, move with the flow of the pack and try to pick my lanes accordingly. And what you will see a lot of times is, like, me in the middle just, like, wobbling around, kind of bumping off cars. It's, like, hard because, when my car wants to go a certain direction, and then I try to correct it, and then, you know, I end up kind of a little bit overcorrecting it, but not, you know, too much, just like, you know, making me bump into cars and stuff. And also, I'm an aggressive driver. I like to bump into people, tell them I need to move and stuff, so, you know, yeah. So we will exit off of 4 wide as we barely get past Blaney. Well, it wasn't really 4 wide for a while. The outside driver when we first went 4 wide, he dropped out as soon as he went there. But I actually tried to block him, but I accidentally cut him off. So that's a caution as the green flag is back in the air at Daytona, starting the inside again at 27th. On the inside of Tyler Reddick, and ahead of me is Matt Kenseth, and then the other one is, let me see, that's Christopher Bell. Yeah, so we are on 5 out of 11 laps, and this one I started to kind of lose a little ground because I wasn't really pulling my draft, and then Ryan Blaney wanted to get a piece of me, so I decided to get my draft from Kenseth and try to move up here. And I did. What was about to happen here wasn't. I accidentally, you know, I bumped off Tyler Reddick to try to overcorrect it. I got a little nervous with the Kenseth thing. He bumped into me, so I tried to go over here and get off Reddick. And then when I got off Reddick right here, tried to go down from Reddick, I accidentally cut off Bubba Wallace, and I couldn't go anywhere because Christopher Bell was still like, his car was kind of still pushing me into him with, you know, the quarter panel. So yeah, but green flag's back out of here anyways. So, you know, sorry for Bubba Wallace again. I mean, that's tough for him, especially because he needed to get in the playoffs, and, you know, he's probably out now. So, you know, I feel bad for him. He probably wasn't gonna make it anyways. I mean, he's sitting here in like around the 25th position, and, you know, there was already like a couple laps to go. So didn't really do too much for him, you know, bad. So I don't expect him to, you know, really say anything too bad on like the social media after I'm done with that. But now it's just a matter of picking and choosing lanes. As I said, you know, my extended contract isn't really, yeah. So I don't really need to complete it to get that big of a pace, especially since I'm going in the playoffs. But it could be helpful. But right now I'm just trying to get this, you know, trying to finish this car, you know, trying to finish with this car. I mean, I don't have to worry about that too much because, you know me, guys. I mean, I don't really wreck my cars a lot. So, but Daytona, I'm not trying to cause the big one yet. I think I might have caused the big one with Bubba Wallace back there, but it wasn't really that big because most of the drivers didn't really have race-ending damage. But I will be pressuring Alex Bowman here, and I try to go down. I bump into Boyer, and then boom, he goes around, and you'll see that boom. He goes and he does a couple flips. All right, guys. So we did get 17th. Oh, okay. As you guys see in the background, I caused the big one. I did not know that someone actually flipped like that. You know, obviously it's a video game, so I mean, William Byron's okay. But I did not know, you know, I caused the big one. I think it was with Bubba Wallace. I think I turned him on accident, and then, yeah, but I did cause the big one, and the William Byron did pay for that, so, yeah, but we did get 17th. I'm a little bit bummed that we didn't get top 15. I mean, that was like the whole point of this race, to try to get top 15. We didn't end up getting top 15, but, you know, it's okay. We still have more chances. I have to go extra time to try hard in the playoffs, which I already was planning to. So here are the race results. We all finished a lap down because I accidentally, you know, finished the race by wrecking someone on the last lap and wrecked someone on the last lap. Then that actually means, you know, that the race is over. The race automatically ends. But Kyle Busch does end up getting the win. You know, I kind of built up this race the last episode in the outro, in this episode in the intro, by saying, you know, anyone can win. But Kyle Busch does get that win he joins, you know, the 3-win column in this series. So he, you know, ties Denny, which I think he might have more points than Denny. I don't know, but Denny did get third. So also, I don't see Eric Emerald. Okay, Eric Emerald's in 9th. Austin Dillon is in 2nd. Corey LaJoie, Chris Buescher, and Ryan Preece, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. All of them could make the playoffs now. I'll have to go back and look, but all those drivers could make the playoffs right now. But, you know, as I was saying, look at all these guys that aren't even, like, you guys probably haven't even heard of. I mean, like I was saying, you know, super speedways can really shift everything. And there's a lot of guys down here that you guys do know that are, like, you know, that you thought maybe, you know, get maybe a win or top 5 or something like that, but didn't actually end up doing it. But we did get 17th, not top 15, so that's back-to-back races we did not get in the top 15. I actually finished, I finished one spot ahead as last race, so, you know. But race earnings, we will get $154,000 from the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Sponsor pay, we get $57,000. Merch pay, we get $62,000. And total, we get $274,000 in this episode. So, let's see here. So, point standings, this one doesn't matter at all. As always, it doesn't really matter. 50%, I got 17th. I finished there. Fastest lap was Kyle Busch, as he ended up getting the win. Most laps led, Joey Logano. That would have really shook it up if he would have won. Got 5 wins in the season. On the move, started 37th, finished 17th. Myself, not as much as we wanted, but still good. Tough break, Darrell Wallace Jr. or Bubba Wallace started 18th, finished 40th. Obviously, I wrecked him like that, so not bad. Accidentally too, so it was an accident. So, but as always, one more time around to see where your favorite driver finished or whatnot. Oh, and also, you know how I was bragging on Brendan Gaughan, how he might win last episode in the outro and this episode in the intro. Well, he actually got better finish than me. He got better than most of the people in this race. He got a top 15 finish, so that's good for him. I finished just above Michael McDowell, and I was kind of side by side, Daniel Suarez and Clint Bowyer. Like, we were 3 wide at the finish line. It's just I finished last out of both of them. It was, I don't know. It was, I guess I'm just gonna blame it on luck on that one. But 33rd is Alex Bowman, so I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, no, I only got 17, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to pass him in points, but. Yeah, so there we go on that one, and then I'm gonna head back to the garage. I'll see you guys there. Stella. Bad girl. Alright, so we made the playoffs. It's gonna give us that little little screen that we made the playoffs. I mean, we clinched the playoffs a while back. I wish, like, whenever we would have known that we clinched the playoffs, I wish it would have told us or something, but yeah. But we earned $274,000 in total. We have $693,000. And then in fans, we gained 36,000 fans for a total of about 1 million fans. So we hit that 1 million fan mark, which is really good. Hitting the 1 million fan mark, just getting into the playoffs. I mean, that's gonna, it's gonna be good for us. We got moderate driving, obviously, because I accidentally wrecked Eric Jones. I accidentally wrecked. Bubba Wallace, and then. Obviously I already said Eric Jones, and then I don't remember who the last one was on the last lap, but I don't know. So there we go on that one. Will we get okay? So it says the playoffs start in the NASCAR Cup Series. Many experts agree Kellen Buffalo has a chance to win it all. It's a slim chance because I'm going up against obviously the Penske drivers, who they have the most wins out of everyone. The 2 Joe Gibbs drivers. Of Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch. So far, those are probably my favorites to win or to make the top 4. Those definitely probably gonna make the top 4, unless one of them or a couple of them just get destroyed in the playoffs and just don't really get a win or anything like that. They just absolutely just collapse. But that probably won't happen. Hopefully it will, so it can give me more room to have a chance. But yeah, so will it give us any social media for making the playoffs? I bet it will. Incredible work out there. How does it feel to be a NASCAR Cup Series playoff driver? It feels good. I kind of screwed you over in the last race that we just raced at, and you kind of are ahead of me by a couple points. We're gonna be battling it out, you and me, but thank you for the compliment. So Eric Almirola, who we don't know because he was in last place so far. We don't know if he's in the playoffs. We don't know that yet, so we're out to see. Incredible work out there. Kellen Bill, how does it feel to be a NASCAR? Okay, yeah, same as him. Incredible work out there. How does it feel to be? Okay, yeah. So they're all saying the same. Do I have any more? Oh, I have more. Okay. Congrats, make on making the playoffs count. Biffle. Thank you, friend. Let's see. You'll turn it around. Don't worry about the last race. Yeah, these last 2 races I had some bad luck. Hopefully I can turn around going into the playoffs. Hopefully morale around my team is high, so I can maybe get a win in the playoffs. So thank you, William Byron. An incredible workout there. Oh wow, I got even more. Okay, incredible workout there, Kellen Biffle. How does it feel to be a NASCAR Cup Series driver? Hashtag playoff driver. Thank you, Matt Kenseth. I mean, it feels great. It feels awesome. Now we're friends. So hey, why did you run me? Okay. My bad, Bubba. That's my bad. Hey, why did you run me off the track? I'm a nice guy. There's no reason to take me out. Hashtag, I thought we were friends. Oh, no, we're not friends anymore. Here, I'm going to apologize. Okay, we're friends again. Thank you. I think he was like... No, I don't think he was my first friend, but, he was one of them. But, sorry, Daytona, it's a tough track to, not wreck. I mean... Once you get in the middle of the pack and everything, and you just, you can't really steer, you can't really go right or left, and you end up oversteering and overcorrecting, and it's just it's a bad deal at Daytona to do that. That's why I like to either be, that's why I always like to be in the inside lane Daytona, which I wasn't really today, but yeah. So Polar Star Motorsports, our team. Hold up. Okay, so we're going to be racing at Darlington, Bojangles, or no, never mind, that was another game that was called. So we're going to be racing at Darlington Raceway, the Southern 500 in the next episode, as me and my team named Polar Star Motorsports, they're going to be making their debut in the playoffs. I'm going to be making my first debut in the playoffs in the round of 16, as I will see you guys in that video for the playoffs. But before I sign off, now this is the playoffs, so let's see. So, okay, so I'm gonna let you guys know right now. So this is how it works, It goes by first, second, okay, so if you look closely to the amount of points, it almost resets points, but obviously the top 4 drivers get a bunch of more points than the rest of us, because, they're the favorites heading in to the playoffs for the Final Four, because they are the top 4 drivers. As I got more points. I don't know why I'm ahead of Alex Bowman. I don't know why I'm Alex Bowman. I don't really know why that's that, but we're starting off 6th, or we're not starting in playoff. By default we're starting off 6th with 2,011 points. As Eric Amarola does barely get into the playoffs, as the people who are outside the playoffs right now, who barely made it in, but that's Matt Kenseth, Michael McDowell, Kurt Busch, and Eric Amarola. So all of them, my 4 drivers I think are going to be out of the playoffs. My 4 picks are Matt Kenseth, Michael McDowell, Jimmy Johnson, and Ryan Newman. I don't think those drivers are going to make it. Obviously, I think I'm going to move on. So next episode we're going to Darlington for the throwback weekend. We're going to throw on a throwback paint scheme for that race, and the next episode we got to go Richmond. Episode after that, Bristol. So those are the upcoming ones for this series. So just to give you guys another look at the playoff standings, as we have now 21 friends and 1 rival, so 20. So our overall is 20. So driver relationships, Stenhouse Jr. I mean, we haven't really come in close contact in a little while. I mean, obviously, I think it was 3 episodes ago at Watkins Glen. Was it Watkins Glen? I'm pretty sure it was Watkins Glen, where we kind of got into a scuffle there. But soon, if we don't make any contact with each other in the next couple episodes, then I think we might end that rivalry, which I do want to end that rivalry. I don't want to be any rivals with anyone, because I don't have a fast car. I'm up against all odds, and if I have a driver that's every weekend in the playoffs just trying to go after me and trying to make me lose every race, then that obviously that's not good, and I don't really want that. That's also another obstacle I have to get through, him. So hopefully either, if he's still my rival late in the playoffs, hopefully he's just not running too well. Well, I mean, he didn't make the playoffs, So, I mean, he basically has nothing to lose by going after me, so, I mean, yeah, he has nothing to lose, so, that's going to be even more challenging since he has nothing to lose, and he's just going to keep on going and going after me, so, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys at Darlington for the round of 16 in the next episode. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.